What's up, everybody? It is me, Dr. Sean K. Yes, so I have an RS5. Got the regular pink, black skids, pipes, black boom, and I'm running 560s on it. Now, some of these parts I'm introducing in this conversion kit do not come with the conversion kit, but I feel like if I'm gonna convert it, then I might as well change the color, do white skid, pipes, boom, color boom, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna show you what's in the actual conversion kit. Comes very neat and nicely packed, everything you'll need. Now, these are the bare bones, so you can just stretch this to a RS6 without any changing of the landing gear and all of that. Now, the reason they don't include a boom is because you might want a certain color. You might want to go, I don't know, orange or whatever. But this is what comes with it, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of what needs to be changed and what needs to stay. When you do a conversion, the belt is longer, the boom is longer, and on this particular model, the frames are a little bit different as well. So we'll get into that in a minute. But you get a longer belt, of course. You get one upper frame, I believe. Yep, and one lower frame, and one upper frame, one lower frame, and some more frame bits here. Also, too, you get the ends for the push rod. I'm going to walk you through it. Depending upon your fly bar, you might have to, tune it a little bit for bigger blades. I'm going to switch out the landing gear for white, and I'm going to go with blue. Shouts out to Ben Storick. He loves blue. And white skid pipes. And since I had the closed mouth canopy for the RS5, I thought it would be cool to go with the upgraded open mouth canopy. Look at that. So, can't wait to put this together and test fly it tomorrow. All right, here we go. So before I actually start putting the frames on, but what I like to do is put the belt in a bag and spray some silicone on it, let it get in there and get all nice, and you just pretty much prolong the life of your belt, and it just helps the transmission so the motor isn't working too hard. So okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory, replacing frames. Just like if you crash, you have to replace frames. But what I did was I mounted it on the gear and mounted both bottom frames and put the battery rails on the new frames, just so I can install it a little bit better and kind of drop it in and have one side supporting the other side. That's what I would suggest. Also, to take note, I actually thought that the RS6 side frame was cut wrong, but it is not. So if you do one side at a time, this battery tray will not line up with the holes. So you'll have to move them down a little bit, I guess. So you have to unhook it from both sides, unscrew it from both sides, and then move it down a little bit, and then everything will line up. We've got the boom on. I will tell you, this is not a 10-minute job, so don't think you're just gonna come and whoop, 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 and everything's, all together. And don't think it's gonna take you 5-10 minutes, because you really have to kind of disassemble the whole bottom half of the helicopter. But all the things that made it a RS5 are still intact, so all the servos, except for the rudder servo, we gotta, replace that back into the bottom frame. But motors, ESC, servos, flybar, all the pitches and all that stuff is still the same. So you don't have to reset up the whole helicopter. You can if you want, but you don't have to. So here we have it. The RS6 used to be RS5. Like I said before, what helped out a lot is to have both of these bottom frames already installed on the landing gear. So it just made it really easy to get to the servo here, putting the servo in, and just pretty much sitting the top of the helicopter onto the bottom of the frames. As you can see, it turned out pretty well. Also, when you order your conversion kit, do not forget to order your preferred tail fin. I had to cover this in white because it was still the pink one, which you can probably see right here. It was a pink one, so I had to put white vinyl over it, which, you know, looks clean. But I think they have a blue tail fin, so everything went together pretty easily. Like I said before, just watch out for these screws in the front when they match up to the top plate and then the bottom plate as well. Just make sure. I thought they didn't fit for a while, but that really wasn't the case. It was that I still had the RS5 frame side on here and the RS6 on the other side. So, and I was like, this isn't, and you know, the holes aren't matching up. Well, it was because one side was half RS5. And so once I got that off and replaced, then it all lined up perfectly. Also, don't forget to, if you're doing rotor flight or if you have a System X setup or whatever, make sure you double check your tail throws here, because it could be a little bit different. So you got to reset up that tail. And also too, you can recheck your pitches on the head if you want to, but you don't have to because nothing changed there. So also check your head speeds, because now you're not a 550, you're 600. So you might want to adjust head speeds. The gear ratio is still the same, of course. But yeah, here we go. This is the RS6 here, and it is ready to go mating. I'm gonna try it on the low head speed first. Very smooth. This feels amazing. That was me. Like, what is that? I don't know. The wind got on top of the blade. Sometimes that happens during the flight. Now, because I've owned the RS5 and the RS6, they both feel amazing, but you can definitely tell with these bigger blades, longer boom and belt and all that stuff, that it is just a little bit more stable, a little bit more presence in the air. Plus that blue is beautiful. So with minimal changes, and if you follow how I did it, building up the bottom frames first, so you can just slide the top frames onto the bottom frame, the change out is pretty easy. That blue is nice, huh? Beautiful. Look at that. Success. So, flight success. Changeover was very easy. And we're good. All right, see you next time. Dr. Sean K out.